Good evening, graduates, faculty, families, and friends. Please rise and join me in honoring America with the playing of the national anthem. You may be seated. It is with great pleasure and a sense of pride that I stand before you today to celebrate the graduation of the class of 2026. On behalf of the entire faculty and the staff of the West Branch Rose City Area Schools and the Board of Education, I would like to extend our congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. Graduation is a significant milestone in your lives. It's the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It marks the end of one chapter of your life and the beginning of another. Today, as you stand on the threshold of your futures, let's take a moment to honor the life of one of our own who is no longer with us, Zach Beck. His absence is deeply felt on this joyous occasion, reminding us of how fragile life is and the importance of cherishing every moment. As we remember him, let us also draw strength from his memories, knowing that he will forever be a part of the fabric of our school community. Let this moment of silence serve as a tribute to his spirit, resilience, and the impact he had on each of us. May Zach's legacy inspire us to live fully, love deeply, and strive for excellence in all of our endeavors. As you move on to the next phase of your journey, I want you to remember the lessons you have learned during your time here. The lessons of discipline, commitment, and responsibility. The lessons of teamwork, collaboration, and respect. These are the qualities that have brought you to this moment, and they will be the keys to your future successes. As you go forth, I encourage you to follow your passions, take risks, and embrace challenges. Life is full of opportunities, and it's up to you to seize them. I would like to take a moment to thank the families and friends who have supported you throughout your academic journey. Your love, guidance, and encouragement have been essential in helping our graduates reach this milestone. Graduates, let's give your family and friends a big round of applause. Finally, I want to say to our graduates that we are so proud of you. Please come back and visit us. You are not just students, you are family, and we look forward to hearing about your future achievements. You have forever cheerleaders at OHHS. Now let's continue the celebration with a speech from our Salutatorian, Abigail Wisman. Abby is the daughter of Kevin and Jamie Wisman. She participated in soccer, volleyball, and golf, and served as a wrestling manager. She was also active in the theatrical troupe, National Honor Society, and HOSA. Abby plans to attend the University of Michigan to study psychology with the goal of becoming a therapist working with children and teens. Abby?
Good evening, fellow staff, faculty, graduates, friends, and family. What a privilege it is to stand before the class of 2026 as a salutatorian. I would like to begin my speech by presenting a deep thank you to my sister Olivia for allowing me to realize standing on this stage is possible through hard work and determination. I am here today not only because of her, but because of my parents and brother for always being my constant encouragement and support system. I couldn't say thank you enough. I love all you guys so much. Above all, I would like to give my greatest thank you to God for everything He has done for me, especially helping me to prepare this speech today. I remember waking up for my first day of elementary school with the biggest smile on my face. I put on this ridiculous polka-dotted lime green tutu with a hot pink top, and I don't even want to share what I did with my hair. What was I possibly thinking? We all remember those big blue letters on the wall in the cafeteria. Be safe, be kind, and be ready. We all thought, oh my goodness, what's the point of this? Seriously, do we really have to read this every day? I can't wait till we don't have to say this anymore. What our little minds failed to recognize is these words weren't meaningless at all. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid. Actions have consequences. Be kind. 2 words that have the power to change the world. Kindness is a necessity that this world will never have too much of. We never know what people are going through, so choose kindness every day toward everyone, no matter where you are in your life or the situation you may be facing. There is someone special to me that should be sitting in one of those chairs behind me that redefined the true meaning of kindness. Heather, you taught me to ask others about themselves instead of telling others about myself. You taught me to look to the heart of someone rather than what you see on the outside. You showed me the value of uplifting others instead of waiting for someone to uplift me. You have impacted more people and touched more lives with your remarkable strength, never-ending faith, and power of kindness than most people hope to accomplish in their lifetime. I couldn't be more grateful to have had the opportunity to call you my second mom. Be ready, a quote from 13 Reasons Why. What I think I've learned, what I want to say to you is, whatever happens, keep moving. Get through it. Choose to live. 'Cause even on the worst day, there are people who love you. There's new music waiting for you to hear. Something you haven't seen that will blow your mind in the best way. Even on the worst day, life is a pretty spectacular thing. As I look out at you, my fellow classmates, one of us is missing. Zach was not only my best friend, but my cousin, and for several of you, a classmate, a cousin, a friend. Many of you knew him as the crazy kid with crazy hair, and most commonly, that loud kid who you could hear from a mile away. Zach was always ready to live each day to the fullest, up at the crack of dawn, ready to milk the cows or plow the fields. He truly held a special passion for life. I miss his warm hugs, his smile, that big red truck, his humor, and the positive energy he brought to our school, his friends, his family each and every day. His ability to make everyone's day better just by being a part of it. Standing on this stage today is nearly impossible, but I know he is walking right beside each and every one of us. We never know when life can change in an instant. Remember to always be ready and live life to the fullest. Life is worth living and dreams are worth chasing. Don't stress about tomorrow, next weekend, next year, remain focused on the present. Just simply live. Matthew chapter 1, verse 34. Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Today has enough trouble of its own. Looking out on this present moment, at the proud families, the supportive friends, the dedicated staff members, and the accomplished students, I couldn't be more grateful to be a part of something so extraordinary. I am so proud of each and every one of you. We did it, and this is just the beginning of each of our stories. We left our mark in the hallways, the classrooms, and even on some banners and record boards in the gym. Now it's time to leave our mark on the world. Class of 2026, stay safe, be kind like Heather, and be ready to live life with passion like Zach. You never know when the next person, dream, or opportunity will come along. My hope is that you will make the most of each and every one. I can't wait to see the accomplishments we all make as we continue to write our stories on this journey called life. In conclusion, I would like to ask for all who are comfortable to bow their heads and close their eyes. Dear Jesus, thank you for giving us constant motivation and strength to complete our 4 years of high school. Please surround us with your presence as we continue down the beautiful path you have chosen for our lives. I am so incredibly grateful for the unwavering love and encouragement that only you can provide. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Abby. It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian, Mallory Schleicher. Mallory is the daughter of Ted and Meredith Schleicher. She is a second-degree black belt in Taekwondo and serves as the marching band drum major. She is also the captain of the mock trial team and a member of both NHS and the Ogemaw Heights theatrical troupe. Mallory plans to attend the University of Michigan to pursue a career in law with a long-term goal of becoming a judge. Mallory?
Good evening, family, friends, faculty, and students. I am Mallory Schleicher, and it is my honor to be the class of 2026 valedictorian. I've wanted to be valedictorian ever since I figured out what the word meant, and now that I'm standing here giving this speech, I think I'm starting to change my mind. Just kidding. When I started to write this speech last week, I wanted to come up with some advice for you that has never been said before in a valedictorian speech. Something that is unique, personal, and most importantly, true. The problem with that is that there isn't much I can say that hasn't been said before. So, I will give you some advice for the future that has been most helpful to me in the past. This advice is, stay in the moment and stay resilient. We only get one chance at this whole life thing. One opportunity to make memories. One opportunity to enjoy friends and family. One opportunity to accomplish what we desire. Staying in the moment is the key to making the most of our one time on this earth. Let's say you're at a football game with your friends, but you're too busy worrying about a test on Monday to have fun. Do you think you're going to remember that moment 10, 20, 30 years from now? No. Because you were too worried about the test. As the Eagles famously sang, we may lose and we may win, but we will never be here again. And this is exactly true. We will lose and face challenges all throughout life, whether it's the loss of a loved one, getting fired, or going through a bad breakup. We will also win in life, whether it's getting a promotion, getting married, or buying a house. However, we will not ever get to relive those moments or get to change things. So staying in the moment is key. There is only now. We will never be graduating from Ogemaw Heights High School on May 21st, 2026 ever again. And I'm sure some of you are happy about that. But be present. Enjoy this moment and every other one. No matter how small or difficult it may be, stay in the moment. My other message today is to stay resilient. I'm sure most of us have figured out by now that life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. It is actually pretty hard, and it can break you down, but it's important that you stay resilient and not let it get to you. If you let one mistake or failure shape your life, and if you just give up when faced with hard times, then you are no longer living, but surviving, going through the motions of life without meaning or purpose. So, continue. Persevere through challenges and rise above them. It doesn't matter if you fail. Everyone fails from time to time. What matters is how you react to it, how you learn, grow, and move on from it. Stay resilient, no matter how much adversity you face. My final message today is to be grateful for everything you have. Saying that probably made me sound like your mom, but it's true. Most of the time, we don't realize how good we have it until it's gone. I know this from experience, and I'm sure some of you have had moments like this where you lose a family member or beloved pet and realize that you took them for granted. So, appreciate everything and everyone that enters your life, and remember you only have a finite time with them. Be grateful and aware of all the good in your life. Today is not a bittersweet end to our high school journey, but rather the beginning of the rest of our lives. In the future, we all will lead different lives and travel down different paths, but it is important to stay in the moment, stay resilient, and appreciate all that lies ahead. Before I go back to my seat, which I'm sure all of you are done listening to me talk, I would like to say thank you to my mom and dad for supporting me these past 4 years and for listening to my constant complaining about homework. And thank you to my sister for buying me a ridiculous amount of coffee. I don't think I would be awake or this successful without you all. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2026.
At this time, can I please have all senior band members join the band? For their last performance as a member of the Ogemaw Heights Symphonic Band, the seniors have chosen to perform Rock You Like a Hurricane, arranged by Matt Conway.
Ready, horns up! 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and.
Thank you, Mr. West and band members. Senior band members, you can come back over to your seats. Please help me welcome Mr. Adam Miller, who was chosen by the seniors to be their class speaker.
Good evening, graduates, families, friends, and staff. Class of 2026, we made it. And yes, I say we on purpose, because I have been with many of you since 5th grade, back when backpacks were bigger than you and locker comms were terrifying. Those were the years of figuring things out, new classes, new expectations, and honestly, just trying to survive each day without doing something embarrassing. And then we came here to Ogemaw Heights together, and things started to change. You grew up. You found your people. You started becoming who you are. You went from kids trying to find your place to young adults who created your place. And I've been lucky enough to be part of that, not just as your English teacher, but as your class advisor too. Which means I've got to see a side of you that not everyone does. I saw the planning, the stress, the last minute scrambling for homecoming and prom. I saw the decorations going up, the ideas changing at the last second, the moments where it felt like things might fall apart. And then somehow you pulled it all together, every time. One of the most memorable things we got to do together was bringing back the senior trip. After a few years without it, you were the group that brought it back, and I was lucky enough to share that with you. And if there's one thing that trip showed me, it's this. You're not just a good group of students, you're a great group of people. The way you acted, the way you treated each other, the way you handled yourself, it says everything. That's something you should be proud of. Throughout the years, I've seen the moments where things didn't go perfectly, and I've seen what you did next. You kept going. That's what stands out about this class. You don't quit easily. You don't stay down long. You figure things out, even when it's messy. Now, in the classroom, I've also seen some things. I've seen the moments where an assignment probably felt like the least important thing in your life at that moment. Because a lot of you were balancing jobs, sports, family responsibilities, and everything else life threw at you. But you still got it done. Not always because you necessarily want it to, but because you understand responsibility. I've seen the group projects where people stepped up, covered for each other, and made it work. And yes, every once in a while, I'd get the classic, wait, that's due today? But honestly, that's part of it. Because behind all of that, I've seen something that matters a whole lot more. I've seen effort, and I've seen growth. I've seen you push through when things didn't work as easily as you had hoped. I've seen you become people others can rely on, and that matters. Because some of you are heading to college, some of you are heading into trades, some of you are going to serve our country, some of you are going straight into the workforce, a few of you already run businesses, work farms, or put in hours most people your age couldn't imagine. And honestly, that says a lot. This class understands hard work. And this year, everyone saw that. We watched this school come alive in a way that doesn't happen every year. The football team making a deep playoff run all the way to the state semifinals. The volleyball and wrestling teams battling their way to the state quarterfinals in unforgettable seasons. along with all the other sports and clubs' monumental achievements this year. And what stood out wasn't the victories, it was the pride. The packed stands, the student sections, the community showing up for each other because you cared. That kind of pride matters, and that kind of effort matters. And whether it was on the field, on a court, in a classroom, at a job, on a farm, or helping your family at home, this class showed what it looks like to commit to something bigger than yourselves. You know what it means to wake up early, stay late, figure things out, and do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Not every success story is going to look the same. For some people, success is a college degree. For others, it's building a life, supporting a family, running equipment, owning a business, serving a community, or simply being someone others can count on. There's no right path after tonight. What matters is whatever you go next, you show up, you work hard, and you take pride in what you do. So here's the advice part, and I'll keep it simple. You don't have to have everything figured out. Life will change, your plans will change, and that's okay. Take chances. Be uncomfortable sometimes. Say yes to opportunities. Learn from mistakes, and most importantly, be good people. Years from now, people won't remember your GPA. They'll remember how you treated others, if you showed up, and if you made life a little better for the people around you. Class of 2026, you've been a big part of my life, from awkward middle schoolers to sitting here in gowns and silly hats. It's been quite a journey. I've watched you grow, succeed, struggle, and keep going. You've left a big mark on this school. You've made me laugh, you've challenged me, and yes, tested my patience a time or two. But above all, you made me proud. So remember this as you walk out of here today. Show up, work hard, be kind. The world doesn't need people who have everything figured out. It needs people who care about others and keep moving forward. Congratulations, class of 2026, you made it. Oh, and one more thing. For all your pressure washing needs, contact Xander Benjamin at Top Notch, 989-387-0630.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. Could I please have the senior members of the choir join our choir director, Mrs. Magoon, for their final performance? The senior choir members have chosen How Far I'll Go, music and lyrics by Lin-Manuel Miranda, arranged by Ed Lojeski.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, wanna come back to the water, no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See, the line is a sky, meets a sea, it calls me, and no one knows. sea stays behind me. One day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong, I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the line with the signs of the sea, it's blinding. No one knows what good it goes. You feed the sand of the sea stays behind me. One day I'll know. What's beyond that line? Will I cross that line? The line is the sky, is the sea, it calls me. No one knows where it goes. Listen to my sail on the sea stays behind me. One day I'll know how far I'll go.
Thank you, Mrs. Magoon and choir members. At this time, please allow me to introduce Mrs. Gail Huey, Superintendent for the West Branch Rose City Area Schools. Mrs. Huey will officially present this year's graduating class to the Board of Education.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler. Good evening. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you to confirm the class of 2026 as graduates of Ogemaw Heights High School. I had the unique honor of welcoming most of our current graduates to our district so many years ago as kindergartners to Sirline Elementary School, as did Miss Smith and Mrs. Shepherdson at Rose City School. We practiced being safe, kind, and ready at Sirline, responsible, caring, and safe at Rose City Schools, and we thought you loved those words, Abby. With those words and actions firmly practiced, you moved on to the middle school with Mrs. Tuttle, merging our communities to become one group, the Falcons. At last, you made it to Ogemaw Heights High School with confidence and were joined by even more friends from surrounding schools and even other countries. We have watched you grow, learn, and develop into amazing adults. You are about to journey forth from here to share your skills and talents with the world. We couldn't be prouder. Congratulations, students. Congratulations also to the parents, families, and friends here tonight, and those who could not make it to our celebration, but hold our graduates in their hearts. It is your partnership with us that makes this night possible. Thank you. Thank you to our administrators, teachers, and staff for their hard work and dedication to our students. Countless hours of work go on behind the scenes. The planning and preparation for each lesson and each event may seem to go unnoticed, but we recognize those efforts in our graduates here tonight. Thank you, staff. On behalf of the staff, students, we continue to wish you nothing but the best in your very bright futures. And now, students, please rise. As the superintendent of the West Branch Rose City Area Schools, I accept Ms. Ziegler's affirmation that the students before us have successfully completed all of the requirements set forth by the Board of Education. I now present to our school board the Ogemaw Heights High School class of 2026 for the presentation of diplomas.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mrs. Huey. Next up is the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of the diplomas. Here to assist us with the presentation of graduates is Mrs. Hofer. Seniors in the first row, please rise.
Mallory Aaron Schleicher. Madison Ariana Lahar. Abigail Layla Wisman. Macy Faith Munson. Conrad Joseph Weber. Roman Alexander Franciosi. Wyatt Andrew Vaughn. Charles Graham Bruder. Nicholas John Sierra. Nicholas Joseph Wright. Lauren Elizabeth DeShano. Jasmine Paige Davidson. Hadessa Grace Heinz. Gavin Noah Heinz. Sadie Ann Stevens. Monica Cornelia Hubchuk. Archer Monrad Thorson. River Michael Dack. Xander Lee Benjamin. Tessa K. Craner. Hunter James Zettel. Madeline Ruth Quiava. Aubrey Lee McDaniel. Addison Jean McDaniel. Abigail Ellen O'Meara. Olivia Mary Berg. Natalie Denise Charles. Rafael Ayala Cabrera. Clint Scott Shalleck. Ian Michael Jones. Peter Riley Hennard VI. Lane James Winter. Jasmine Lila Cuiava. Tess Ione Barron. Lycan Brady Palmreiter. Luke Jonathan Hoydick. Andy Kaijin Lang. Ethan Von Paul Carlson. Evelyn Marie Fanfalone. Finn Lila Storm Carrier. Brianna Lynn Thornton. Michaela Chua Bronson. Seth Andrew Coriel. Zane Kale Eimers. Peyton Eric Freeman. Colton Andrew Hill. Wyatt Nathan Young. Colby Oliver Griesick. Mason Taylor Shannon. Preston Nicholas Barth. Cadence Jean Marie Marsh. Madison May David. Callie Sue Matthews. And Theta Buvik. Preston Jacob Poe. Casey Taylor Hagedone. Brecken Scott Corte. Ansgar Matthias Gall. Alice Vinci. Lada Moya Martin. Grant Charles David. Calvin James Marshall. Landon Jace Vaughn. Akeda Rodney Nelson. Brett Michael Lee. Stacy Michelle Lee. Hunter Kashmir Kowalski. Lucas Adrian Wiles. Chloe Ace Alyssa Dane. Nova Shaylin Armstrong. Matthew Alexander Yeager Pazora. Skylar Nicole Chenard. Dayton James Knopfsinger. James John Cotton. Brianna Ray Tierney. Tegan Trinity Agren. Lainey Nicole Revord. Sadie Rose Sierson. Aiden Matthew Montague. Corey Michael Knitz. Ethan Parker Hawk. Garrett Thomas Guan. Taylor Elizabeth Illig. Leliana Georgia Gloria. Sophia Lorraine Hugo. Nadia Ann Hosted. Cadence Michelle Shoemaker. Naomi Marie Hosted. Colton Gerald James Lyons. Jaylyn Dawn Hicks. Colin David Trout. Nathan Matthew Myslakowski. Noah Benjamin Rose Buzzard. Ronan Joseph Fox. Chloe Elizabeth Zettel. Elena Jean Rickle. Giovanni Succio. Audrina Paige Evanson. Madison Marie Hoyt. Vivian Quinn Hall. Nathaniel Evan Phillips. Aiden William Santos. Jenna Lillian Adams. Elizabeth Caitlin Andrasic. Molly Anne Marie Morrison. Morgan Elizabeth Dunn. Felicia K. Ball. Caden James Smith. Marshall James Heilman. Carson Benjamin Keith. Shelby Lee Brown. Kira Jean Wangler. Connor Lee Lambert. Jace Jameson Peters. Cameron Andrew Rosnowski. Derek Michael Malone. Chloe Paige Nelson. And Katie Lee Pelick.
Thank you. If there's any students in the crowd from the class of 2027, the lottery ticket that I got was a really good idea. The ducks I can take, but the lottery ticket was great. Thank you. And the couple of dollars. Class of 2026, tonight we celebrate everything you have accomplished and all that lies ahead. As you leave Ogemaw Heights, remember that success is not defined only by where you go, but by the kindness you show, the perseverance you demonstrate, and the impact you make on others. Be proud of how far you've come, stay confident in who you are becoming, and never stop believing in your ability to make a difference. Graduates, please rise. At this time, I would like to invite the Valedictorian and Salutatorian back up to the stage to lead their classmates in the turning of the tassels, which symbolizes the completion of their high school journey. Remember, I'll say Abby, Mallory, whenever you're ready. Okay. Oh, that's a good idea. Mallory, do you want to go? Mallory, why don't you come over on this side? Mallory, Abby, whenever you're ready. It is my pleasure to present to you the Ogemaw Heights High School graduating class of 2026.
One, two, ready, go.